Moorlands Radio Sport, in association with Leek Building Society.
And that's the music fading away, and not fading away is Josh Brehaut here, the manager of Leek Town. A successful day for you.
Yeah, really pleased to come here and get 3 points. To take 6 points off Nantwich over the course of the 2 games has been, that's really a real challenge. If someone had said that would be the case at the start of the season, I'd have been over the moon. So yeah, we did really well in spells. First half, for the majority, we were strong. The 2 goals chuffed to bits with the nature of how we worked them, because they're things that we've spoke about. They're things that we do in terms of what we are in terms of our identity. And I think in recent weeks we've won games ugly and without necessarily being at our best. I thought we got close again in the first half, and like I say, Kari's goal in particular, the first one was excellent. With Fenton's pass into him, the second one was obviously a counter-attack where we stole it. We've managed to work the ball wide to Robbie, and obviously Scully's made the box. I'm really pleased with Scully as well to get 2 goals against his former club. So second half a bit more challenging. They put it on us, and they were very direct in the first half. They actually played some good football, I thought, in the second half, Nantwich, and got the ball into wide areas, caused us a few problems. We settled that, nullified it, and then obviously got the goal at a great time. And actually we managed the last 10 minutes as well when we conceded, which the lads had gutted to concede, but we actually managed that 10 minutes after it pretty well.
Yeah, I thought you generally did manage this game really well, and I think you said you nullified them. You did, because they didn't have many chances, did they? No,
they got the ball into good areas, and they've obviously got threatening players. The front lads have experienced players who've played higher, and I'm really pleased again with how defensively solid we were. And again, it's real sort of testament to the group in terms of their mentality right now, that they've gone in there disappointed to have conceded a goal after however many games and minutes it is. Yeah,
and I think they were disappointed. But I said to you on Tuesday night that you got really a nice challenge for your management, really, because you've got a lot of skill now, haven't you, around your squad, and you've got the numbers there as well. What influenced your team selection today?
Well, I mean, obviously, if we start at the top end of the pitch, Robbie and Kari have obviously been in great form. So Aaron did really well the other day, got himself the goal, but was obviously involved in the 2 goals he created for Ethan. And I just felt today that it was the right pairing. I felt that the 2 forwards that we chose were the right ones to play in and around their back 3 in terms of both being able to stretch, but also come into little pockets of space and get on the turn. Caused them some problems, which they evidently did. We put Lucas in there today, who has got great athleticism, carries the ball incredibly well. He's obviously a good size, and that allowed us to put Fenton back into his sort of more natural position in the middle of the pitch. Obviously with Tom Riley coming out today, and the main thing really around the feeling on that was, and I spoke with Rouse about this, was we know how much of a threat they are on set plays. They've won the last 3 games that they've won against 1874 and then Chasetown and Witton have all come from set plays, all of the wins. So we knew that was a big part of their game, and they showed that. They really do put it in some dangerous areas, and they're a big side. But I felt that was really important today. Fenton won a lot of headers in the middle of the pitch as well, which I felt was really important. And Riles came on in the right time in the game when actually we needed to make a pass. That's obviously Tom's skill set, getting on the ball and just securing the ball for us. I mean, obviously the 3rd goal had gone in. We were already going to get him on before that anyway, because we needed to just sort of make that extra pass, which in the end helped.
And you put Riley on, as you say, instead of Grocott. Was it Grocott come off because of injury, or was it because he'd picked up a yellow card? Yeah, no, it was mainly at that point. Obviously, I knew I was going to get Riles in to help us, as I just mentioned. Didn't know exactly which way we were going to go with that, but when the game went 3-0, it made sense to get Rob and Groke off the pitch, because they were the 2 players obviously on yellow cards, and I just felt that the way that they were, that in Nantwich, I mean, that they could have got one of the lads sent off for nothing. I just felt like that was not on the cards, but that it could have happened. Something of nothing in a game where it was dead and buried could have
meant that Groke or Robbie could have ended up with a suspension, which we clearly don't want. They're massive for us.
Yeah, I mean, Grocott seemed very unlucky to get his yellow card. It seemed to be argy-bargy both ways.
I think sometimes when the officials don't actually see it, the easiest thing to do is just flash a yellow card, and they tell everyone I've dealt with it. So yeah, it is what it is, and in the grand scheme of things, it obviously didn't make any odds really.
It didn't in the end. You've got the rarity of time off now, so how are you going to use that?
Yeah, well, we've obviously got a game in 10 days' time against Prescott, so we need to prepare for that by having them in on the Saturday and use that as a match prep session, which we will do. It'll be a good opportunity for us to get out and scour the league as well and watch some opposition. So clearly we'll have eyes on down at Newcastle next week where Prescott are playing. But yeah, no, just as we were really, we'll continue to train. The lads are in a great place. We just, we don't need to sort of overload them as such, but we just keep them ticking along nicely. They're in a great space right now, and we've obviously got a busy schedule coming up from the Prescott game onwards, because I think we go Tuesday, Saturday, and we know that they're tough, and that's when obviously the group is going to be massively utilised. And again, I feel very fortunate to have the lads turning around today, looking at the lads that I've got on the side and going, we could do so many different things with the options that we've got available, and that's obviously still without Trickett Smith in the squad. You've
mentioned, I was just going to say about Dan, he's another person, keeps on being a week away from being ready. How near is he to being ready?
Yeah, no, I don't think, I think he's going to be a little bit of time. He hasn't started training with the group yet, right. So clearly when we get him back in, we'll want him to do a good couple of weeks worth of training, and obviously take that steadily, if that's the right word, to ensure that when he comes back in, he's ready and he can hit the ground running again and hopefully pick up where he left off, because obviously he's dead frustrated right now. I really feel for him, because he was obviously in such a good space, playing some of the best football that he's probably played in a Leek Town shirt. So yeah, it won't be too much longer now. He's definitely making good progress.
And I would assume that you're not really looking for any more recruitment. You've got a really good squad around you.
Yeah, at the moment we don't need to do a great deal. Things can change quickly, of course, in football. But yeah, right now we're happy with the group that we've got. We've got a real good unity within the group. So yeah, long may that continue.
And maintaining that nice little gap between you and the rest of the league.
Yeah, absolutely. Going into that Prescott game now, obviously they'll play next week, so they can, that game in hand they've got will have a proper feel for what the gap is on the same number of games played. So come this time next Saturday, we'll be a bit clearer. But yeah, having won the game today, that gives us that little bit of a buffer, meaning going into that game that we haven't given Prescott that real confidence or additional boost going into the game at Newcastle next week. So yeah.
Well, we knew it was going to be a tough game today. It was, but you've come out the right side.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dave.
Thanks very much, Josh, for your time.
Cheers.
Moorlands Radio Sport, in association with Leek Building Society.